Hey everybody, this video we are going to learn how to evaluate expressions with exponents using substitution. So we've already done some evaluating of expressions with exponents by this time. So you should have the foundational skills you need to do the rest of this. So whenever we talk about substitution, basically all substitution means is that if you have some sort of an expression, and I'm just going to write this down here, supposing I have x minus y, and I tell you, well, I want you to substitute in values for each thing, and I tell you that x is 6 and y is negative 2. All you need to do with these is you're just going to take it and you're going to substitute this 6 where you see x, and you're going to substitute this negative 2 where you see y, and then you rewrite it. So we would have 6 for our x minus, and then our y is negative 2. And so that would be 6 minus a minus 2. Sorry, that's not a negative sign there. And a minus just becomes a plus. So you get 6 plus 2, which is 8. So that's the basic idea of using substitution. So when you are doing these problems, I want you to not try to understand that substitution isn't this like really complicated thing that it sounds like it might be. It's a pretty simple concept, and you're just putting something in place of something else. So let's do that with this first problem right here. Telling us R is 5, S is 4. So wherever you see R, we're going to put 5 in. And wherever you see 4, that's going to be our S. All right, so let's rewrite this. So this will be 5 to the third minus, and then I'm going to just write 4, and I'm not going to use parentheses in that one because it's not negative, and also because there's only one of them. So this problem is almost done. All we need to do is we just need to figure out, okay, how do I deal with this 3 right here? Okay, well, we've done that. This means 5 times 5 times 5. 5 multiplied by itself 3 times, which is 25 times 5, which is 125. So you get 125, and then finish writing out the rest of the expression. There's nothing to simplify here. That's good to go. 125 minus 4 gives you 121. And you are finished with that problem. Let's try another one. Same thing. They're giving us a value for f, and they're giving us a value for g. So let's rewrite this and put the numbers in. So instead of writing f down here, I'm going to write the number 3. This time I think I will use parentheses. And I'm going to go minus, and then I'm going to use my brackets here, and wherever I see this g, I'm going to substitute in negative 5. So I'm going to go negative 5 to the 4th power. So now we're looking at breaking this open so that we can finish combining everything. 3 is pretty much simplified, however, it needs to be simplified. So that's equal to 3, and then we'll say minus, and let's figure out what this negative 5 to the 4th power is. Well, that's negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5. You've got 2 negatives makes a positive, 2 negatives makes another positive. So my sign's going to be positive, all right? And then 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125, and then times an additional 5, sorry about that, would give you 625. So I have 3 minus 625. And so whenever you do a problem like that, 3 minus 625, it's basically the same as doing 625 minus 3, which would give you 622. And then our sign is going to be negative because this carries the larger value than that one, and therefore it keeps the sign. So your answer to this, negative 622. All right, last example. Now this one has a lot going on. So let's just break it down by parts. So I know x is 2 and I know y is 8, so let's just rewrite this. So we have 2 to the 5th because 2 going for x. That would go right there. And then y is 8, and so we're going to put y in, or 8 in for y. So 2 to the 5th minus 8 squared. And then this whole thing, once we simplify, that's getting raised to the 2nd power. And then plus, and then x to the 3rd power. Well, x is 2, so 2 to the 3rd power. So this part right here is pretty easy to simplify. That's just 8. This is going to be a little trickier. So 2 to the 5th is the same as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times your last 2 is 32. So I'm just substituting that number back in. And then 8 squared is just 8 times 8. That is 64. And this is squared. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to go over here. So 32 minus 64 is the same thing as 64 minus 32, except that your answer is going to be negative. So 64 minus 32 is 32. Your answer is negative. We're going to put that there. That's going to be squared plus 8. Well, 32 squared is going to be the same as negative 32 squared, because when you multiply something by itself twice, that negative sign is going to go away. So let's just figure out what 32 squared is. So that gives us 64. Oh, yeah. And then that's going to give us 96. Add them together. 1024. So we have 1024 plus 8. And then when you add that up, that gives us 1032 for our final answer. All right, good luck with these.